Damn it, Microsoft, why the hell did you uninstall my driver? Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Now, I'm a little on edge. I've just spent the last hour trying to figure out why the hell my microphone wasn't working. I recorded this whole spiel about these exotics and how much fun they were and how interesting of an idea, but now I'm lost. I have lost my patience. I don't have time for the fancy edits. I apologize. But in order to understand this, I need to tell you about my dad. And today's sponsor. This is a picture of my dad. Notice the round curvature of his flat military-grade reflective head. If my dad had simply used Keeps, he may have been able to prevent the signal flare cranium he now possesses. Keeps is a doctor-recommended online subscription service that gives you everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door. Easily subscribe to Keeps and get refill reminders so you'll never run low on the products you need to take care of your hair. Did you know that 2 out of every 3 guys will experience hair loss by the time they're 35? That's right, that one gray hair you found on your head, and the heck, I'm like 22. That's called the inevitability of the march of time, entropy, and genetics, baby. Keeps offers clinically proven research-backed treatments to stop hair loss and improve hair growth. Wow, I am mildly more attractive now. With Keeps, you can get quality expert care without ever visiting a doctor's office or pharmacy. All Keeps treatment plans are doctor recommended and delivered straight to your door at about half the cost of the traditional pharmacy. Hair loss stops with Keeps. Get 50% off your first order. Go to keeps.com/TDT or click the link in the description. That's KEEPS.com/TDT. All right, let's start with some exotic ideas. We're gonna start here with the Cosmic Rose from the White Russian. Normally I would have patience for this, but this, my patience is just a little too thin today. When you have an exotic idea, keep it to 2 perks. Stop giving it a smorgasbord of perks. This exotic, it has not only its exotic intrinsic perk, not only its exotic perk, but it has freaking box breathing and multi-kill clip for some reason. Stop! We don't need another Lorentz driver. We don't. We've already got something that can give us freaking margaritas while we're in Tahiti, giving us back rubs at the same time. We don't need a weapon to do absolutely everything. Your exotic idea could be interesting enough with just the exotic idea alone. All that being said, the exotic intrinsic perk is called Fertile Fields. Headshot kills spread rosebuds, which attach to enemies. Sorta similar to Siva Nanites is my idea. And then the exotic perk, My Love. Holding reload causes the rosebuds to bloom, leaving behind an AoE of petals, dealing damage over time. I'm thinking this could be something similar to something like the Envenom smoke effect, where whenever you get a headshot kill near an enemy, that enemy would then essentially have a debuff, and then if you triggered the debuff by holding down the reload button, they would essentially get a smoke popped in their face, disorientating them, making it for easier cleanups. You know, it could work. And for PvE would be great because this is just great crowd control on top of what you're doing. PvP, we could obviously make the smoke maybe not quite as powerful as a normal smoke, you know, minus the whole weakening effect and such. But yeah, that could be pretty cool. That's an interesting idea, but don't give it 4 perks. Okay, let's roll on. It's not your guys' fault, it's my fault. The next idea is called the Essence of Silence. I put out a challenge. I'm already losing my temper. I put out a challenge asking you all for exotic sniper rifles that had the ability to one-shot, body shot, but make it balanced, right? Like pull it in, do something interesting with it. I want to see what you can do and play around with invisibility while you're at it, if you can. This one pushes the limits. Let's explain why. The exotic perk is called Silence. Killing a tethered enemy will grant you invisibility and bonus damage. Okay, tether, but that's really specific. Oh, the exotic perk is that when you get a precision kill, you get to transform your grenade into a miniature tether. Can you imagine what kind of chaos that would cause? Can you imagine how many different ways of fucked the Crucible would be because this thing, okay, maybe there's a world with this, you know what? This could probably exist. Why else would I pick it, right? But there would have to be so many limitations on this so that it didn't absolutely destroy the PvP sandbox. First of all, it absolutely could not generate orbs of light. That would be insane. Secondly, it would obviously have to make your grenade charge just a little bit slower, or else you would just be spamming grenades. There's plenty of ways of getting grenades back, and very fast, very frequently. Just think Armamentarium on Titans just for getting 2 of these things. And lastly, it would have to probably require multiple precision kills, and then it would probably be okay. So the tether effect, the first thing that came to mind is cryosthesia. Cryosthesia has obviously a guaranteed, or at least nearly guaranteed, kill clip sort of deal after you get that first kill. Obviously, it's still a bit of a skill shot sort of thing, but this is a lot more forgiving, and the tether can be ridiculously strong by comparison. If it sounds like I'm losing my mind, don't worry, I am. The next idea, now bringing it back to center, thank you so much. A group project. People actually sat down and said, let's come up with something unique. Let's come up with something interesting. Let's put art behind it. Yeah! Yeah, credit up in the upper right hand corner. This is the Tears of Solace. The exotic perk is called Outstretched Embrace. Fireball grenades have a target effect for your allies, which grant healing bolts to target allies. I probably read that wrong. Healing allies replenish class abilities, and damaging enemies replenish grenade energy. That is pretty darn close to be just perfect, but the only thing that I think is that loop of actually getting that stuff back is just a little too self-explanatory. It's one of the few times I think it should be actually kind of spread out a little bit. So damaging enemies, instead of it replenishing grenade energy, should replenish the class ability energy, and healing allies should replenish grenade energy, not the class ability energy. That way it doesn't allow you to just spam the thing over and over and over and over again. The cool thing about this actually is that you don't have to play this, because obviously this is a Warlock thing, right? You don't have to play this on Middle Tree Dawnblade, although it obviously would make sense. If you wanted to, you could play this on one of the other ones, and being that the Firebolt grenades don't heal that much, getting the energy back is probably pretty fine as sort of a nice closed loop of that. But thank you. Bringing it back, my sanity is restored, my faith in humanity is restored, never mind. This is the Indecisive. The exotic perk is called Covered Bases. Hold reload to swap to a long range and slow firing mode. And the exotic perk is Null Charge. Dealing damage in SMG mode builds up charge. Use up charge in long range mode to apply volatile and overload enemies. Now, how much damage is that other mode doing? That longer range mode? What is that doing for you? Well, the creator thankfully actually sat down and explained it to us that it's a 72 RPM. It's not a sniper rifle, but it's a scout rifle. But it can 2-tap. That's a 0.8 second TTK. And you're thinking, okay, that's actually kind of like close. No. Guys, DMT exists. Most of the time, the DMT is annoying because it's able to hit you for such a high amount of damage from so far away, and its TTK is a second, a full second. That's 0.2 seconds faster than this thing, or slower than this thing. Can you imagine the Crucible would self-destruct overnight if we gave us a weapon that was capable of beating the DMT for free? Can you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I swear, the first time I recorded this, I was a lot more patient. I swear. I just, Windows has put me in a horrible mood. I can't take it. Freaking, are you insane? Are you insane? You're gonna put a 0.8 second TTK sniper freaking dealing 90 something to the head from way back in the corners of the map? Are you out of your freaking mind? The people would lose it. Now, there's a way to bring this back to center, and this is what I talked about the first time I recorded this before Windows decided to screw me over. If you had to get kills in the SMG mode in order to switch to the long range mode, you're balanced. But the way that this reads is that that's not the case. You can switch between the modes whenever you want. That could never work, and I can guarantee you this thing would be overnight the most popular weapon, because it's not only a 900 RPM SMG, which is fantastic, but it's also a freaking 2-shot headshot scout rifle. Even if it's slower, holy shit. So yeah, just require it to get a few kills before you can actually switch that mode over, and then you're probably fine. This will probably be balanced. I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. No, it's not. That's not right either. It's Windows. Now for the featured exotic of the week. I asked you in the last video to come up with an exotic idea that was a sniper rifle that was balanced around being able to one-shot, body shot, and crucible. I wanted to see what you could come up with. Surely there's a way to create a sniper rifle that could one-shot, body shot without breaking the game, right? You could create some interesting limitations to the thing, right? But no, instead we got a walking stick. I wish I was making this shit up. It's a walking stick. The exotic perk is called Watch Your Step. Massively improved hip fire accuracy at the cost of massively reduced range. Now, that's already a problem because the numbers that I was given was 20 to 30 meters. If this is even remotely close to the, even if it's just base hip fire accuracy of like a scout rifle, and it can one-shot body shot, this is a slug shotgun with thrice the range that doesn't require a headshot. Don't improve the hip fire accuracy of a one-shot body shot sniper rifle. That shit should be only reserved for Twitch clips. And the exotic perk really just kind of sets this whole thing in stone. Shot in the dark, incredibly high damage, poor handling, stability, reload speed, magazine size, and zoom. Basically, when you try to ADS this thing, it's a walking stick. You can't aim a stick. Not with good precision, not with good accuracy, and it only holds one in the magazine. There are so many other places you could go with this. Why a stick? Why a walking stick of all things? I was thinking the first thing that came to my mind was like a No Land Beyond type situation, sort of similar to this style, but it's very slow. Look, I love you guys. I really do. I really do appreciate you guys a lot. I really do. You guys have made the dream a reality. But please, before you press the send button, think to yourself, is this some stupid shit? Is this the stupidest shit I've ever seen? Would I be okay getting shot with this thing? Would I be okay with somebody who's really good at this thing? If the answer is no, back to the drawing board, please. For all of us. For me. Do it for me. And also, while you're at it, like and subscribe. I hate Windows. Did we record that time? Yeah, we probably peaked the mic a few bits too.